Hi friends, welcome to my channel Pharma Knowledge by Satyanarayana Yadri. Earlier we have discussed about a few of the pharma related topics like learnings. We have discussed about some of the topics. Today our topic is quality risk management. In this chapter we will cover what is a QRM, what are the QRM procedures, and guideline references on the QRM, and what is the importance of QRM in pharmaceutical industry. We will learn about these of the points today. So as we know, this quality risk management procedure is a very big chapter. So for the convenience, I have divided into parts. Today we will discuss in the part 1 like no what is the QRM, quality risk management ante ఏమిటి, and a background of the QRM in pharma industry. Pharma industry QRM అనేది ఎలా వచ్చింది, అండ్ వై క్యూఆర్ఎం ఎందుకు చేయాలి, క్వాలిటీ రిస్క్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఎందుకు చేయాలి ఫార్మా ఇండస్ట్రీలో. So before going to our topic, we need to understand few of the terms in the quality risk management. The hazard. What is a hazard? Hazard is the potential source of the harm. Like if the cylinder, there is a gas cylinder filling with the fuel, it is a hazard. And come to the second picture, there is a shark in the sea, it is a hazard. Like harm. What is the harm? Damage to the health, including the damage that can occur from the loss of the product quality or availability. అంటే ఎంత ఇంపాక్ట్ చూపిస్తుంది క్వాలిటీ పైన, లేకపోతే పేషెంట్ సేఫ్టీ పైన, లేకపోతే దేని మీద ఇంపాక్ట్ చూపిస్తుంది, ఎంతవరకు హార్మ్ చేయగలుగుతుంది, ఇంపాక్ట్ చేయగలుగుతుంది అన్న దాన్ని మనం హార్మ్ అంటాం. అండ్ సివియారిటీ, ఏ మెజర్ ఆఫ్ ది పాసిబుల్ కాన్సిక్వెన్సెస్ ఆఫ్ ది హజార్డ్. అంటే ఒక మెజర్మెంట్ ఎంత కాన్సిక్వెన్స్ ఉంటుంది, ది కాన్సిక్వెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ది హజార్డ్ అంటే పాసిబుల్ కాన్సిక్వెన్స్ ఎన్ని రకాలుగా మనకి ఈ సివియారిటీ ఉంటుంది, ఎంత ఇంపాక్ట్ చూపిస్తుంది, అంటే మినిమమా, మీడియమా, మ్యాక్సిమమా, ఆర్ లో, మీడియం, హై. అంటే వీ క్యాన్ మెజర్ దాట్, వీ హ్యావ్ టు మెజర్ హౌ మచ్ ఇట్ విల్ ఇంపాక్ట్ ఆన్ ది patient safety or product quality. And risk is nothing but risk, the combination of the probability of occurrence of the harm and the severity of that harm. The risk అంటే ఏమిటంటే product of these two, harm and severity. Hazard means hazards always there in the process, facility or manufacturing industry, but those hazards, how much it will harm to the product quality or patient safety, how much severity will be there with that hazard, and we need to combine that both, combination of the probability of occurrence of the harm and severity of that harm. So product of these two is called a risk. We can see here these pictures will give an understanding. Hazards always there. When this come to the patient or person, it is no risk. The two person carrying cylinder in between them, it is a risk. They are always shark in the sea, but when the sailor reaches to that shark, or shark reaches to the person, it is a risk. And what is the quality risk management? What is a QRM? And a QRM is a systematic process for the assessment, control, communication, and review of the risks to the quality of the drug product across the product life cycle. అంటే క్యూఆర్ఎం అనేది ఏంటంటే ఒక సిస్టమేటిక్ ప్రాసెస్, అంటే ఒక ప్రీ ప్లాన్డ్, ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ రిటర్న్ ప్రొసీజర్ త్రూ చేసే ఒక అసెస్మెంట్. అంటే వీ నీడ్ టు అసెస్ ఆల్ ద ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ ది in the manufacturing industry, and from the development stage to distribution, they coming to receipt of the raw material, input raw material, to the release of the product to the market. Every aspect we need to do this: development stage, manufacturing stage, testing and distribution stage, and we need to assess each and every aspect. And inspection and submission review process throughout the life cycle of the drug substance and drug products, biological, biotechnological products, including uses of the equipment, facilities, system, raw material, like solvents, the packaging, labeling of the labeling material, and manufacturing operation, etc. Each and every aspect this is applicable. And coming to QMS also, change management system, deviations, market compliance, COPPA management. In case of failure investigations like OVT, we need to apply this QRM. It is a systematic process to assess all the risks associated with the manufacturing process and testing process and the distribution process, every aspect. And we need to have a control measures for that risks. What are the existing controls we have in the facility system, and what we need to implement to mitigate or reduce that risk. These are the control measures. And coming to communication, the same assessment or control measures we need to communicate to the stakeholders, then only it will be implemented properly. And a review of that risk, and again after implementation we need to review that risk risk reassessment we need to do, how much it is reduced to the manageable level or not, what we propose the actions as worked or not, we need to review. This is required, or this is applicable for the product life cycle, from the initial development stage to release of the market and further till consumption of that product. Is QRM is very important in the pharmaceutical industry. It is applicable for the each and every aspect of the pharmaceutical industry. And why it is required? Why means an excellent quality risk management program can be created to reduce risk to a manageable level and deliver high quality products to protect the citizens' health. Why? Because always there is a risk in the process or facility or system, as we discussed earlier. But sometimes we can eliminate the risk, sometimes we can reduce the risk, sometimes we cannot eliminate or reduce. Then we need to take it that risk to the manageable level with the control measures in order to deliver the high quality products. That is the reason this QRM came. Like no, here there is a crocodile, it is a hazard. Suppose you want to feed something to that crocodile, like no, by using a tool, it is a medium risk. Suppose if you are using your bare hand to feed to that animal, then it become a high risk situation. So like this we need to understand, we need to reduce the risk in the process or facility or quality systems to the manageable level, like no, extreme to very high to high, high to moderate, moderate to low. So this is the reason why this QRM we need to apply in the pharmaceutical industry or quality measurement systems to reduce that risk to the manageable level. And background, again, why it is so important? Why? Because nowadays the regulatory bodies as well as manufacturing industries, not only the every citizen, thinking about focusing on patient safety is paramount to us. So we have a very much importance about the patient safety and shift from the reactive to proactive approach. Like prevention is better than cure. అంటే జరిగిన తర్వాత మనం యాక్ట్ చేసే కంటే జరగక ముందే మనం దానికి ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రాబిలిటీస్ అని తెలుసుకొని దాన్ని కంట్రోల్ చేసి మనం రిస్క్ని తగ్గించగలిగితే మనకి మంచి పాటు వస్తుంది కదా. సో పేషెంట్ సేఫ్టీని మనం ముందుగానే ఎన్సూర్ చేసుకుంటాం కదా, దానికని ఇది ఒకటి చేంజ్ అనమాట. షిఫ్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ ది రియాక్టివ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అంటే ఇది ఒక ఆస్పెక్ట్ వచ్చింది. అండ్ థాట్ and coming to regulatory guidance, and ISH Q9, one of the guideline talks about this QRM, quality risk management. So this is a requirement from the regulatory body also. And good management practices, it is a GMP requirement. You see here QRM is an integral part of the GMP, which highlights the importance of the robust quality management systems, that is QMS, to ensure consistent product quality. You see here, let us say again, GMP, in the GMP it is an integral part. Good manufacturing practices lo ఇది one of the major part, heart of the GMP integral part అయింది, అందులో one of the major role play చేస్తుంది. And which highlights ఏం చేస్తుంది, it is important to robust quality systems మేనేజ్ చేయడానికి. అంటే క్వాలిటీ మేనేజ్మెంట్ సిస్టమ్స్ని రోబస్ట్గా తయారు చేయడానికి, అంటే డెలిబరేట్ చేంజెస్ ఏమైనా చేసినా, చిన్న వేరియేషన్ జరిగినా క్వాలిటీ మీద ఇంపాక్ట్ పడకుండా చేసేటటువంటి ఒక అసెస్మెంట్ అనమాట. అలాగే టు ఎన్షూర్ ది కన్సిస్టెంట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ క్వాలిటీ, నాట్ ఓన్లీ టుడే, నాట్ ఓన్లీ టుమారో, up to the life cycle of the drug product or drug substance, the quality should be maintained. That is the reason this QRM is very, very important GM system. Again, we can see here, need to ensure patient safety and product quality throughout the entire product life cycle, moving beyond traditional reactive approaches to a proactive risk-based strategy. This is the reason this QRM came into the ఫార్మాస్యూటికల్ ఇండస్ట్రీ. అంటే మనం పేషెంట్ సేఫ్టీకి అట్మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇస్తున్నాము. అలాగే జరిగిన తర్వాత చేసే కంటే జరగముందే దాన్ని చేయడానికి తీసుకునే మన దగ్గర చూసుకొని అరేంజ్మెంట్స్ కోసం చేస్తున్నాము. అలాగే ఇది రెగ్యులేటరీ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ కూడా. అలాగే జిఎంపీలో ఇది ఇంటిగ్రల్ పార్ట్ అయింది కాబట్టి టు మేనేజ్ ద క్వాలిటీ మేనేజ్ సిస్టమ్స్ టు రోబస్ట్ లెవెల్ అండ్ కన్సిస్టెంట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ క్వాలిటీ ఇవ్వడానికి. దిస్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ వై దిస్ క్యూఆర్ఎం కేమ్ ఇన్ టు ది ఫార్మా ఇండస్ట్రీ. And let us see briefly about this QRM, how the process will go on. First, we need to do a risk assessment. In the risk assessment, we need to identify the hazards, all the hazards associated with the product or process. Then we need to do risk analysis. Then we need to do risk evaluation. And the next step is risk control or mitigation. So we have identified all the risks and we done analysis and evaluation. Then we need to go for a risk reduction. It means we need to reduce that risk to the manageable level. And finally, we need to accept that risk to proceed further. And finally, output or result of the QRM process. By doing this all QRM process, what is the output we got and what is the result of the QRM process, we need to evaluate. Then we need to review that risk. So what are the measures, control measures we have applied, we have incorporated, whether these all are working or not, we need to review thoroughly. Finally, after review, suppose we have identified something gap again, we need to do so again a risk reassessment. Like it is a cyclic process. We need to start from the risk assessment to risk review. Again from the risk review, we need to start again from the risk assessment. This is a cyclic process. We need to reduce the risks associated with the product or process or system or facility up to the manageable level. That is the role of a pharmaceutical industry as well as the stakeholders. So this is the topic today, friends. I hope you all understand about this QRM, quality risk management. Basic understanding I have given today in the part 1. We will discuss more in the future classes. This is my channel. Please subscribe my channel and learn something from my channel if you like. And always I would like to say, knowledge plus skill is equal to success. We should have a knowledge as well as we should have a skill, then only we can be succeed in the society. So these are the topics, earlier topics I have covered, about 20 topics I have posted in YouTube. Just go through that, have a better understanding. Thank you. Happy learning.